All right. Okay, we might as well start. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm not appearing. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I think it's this cable. It's a 50-50. Ah, no, I think it's actually this cable. No, that's the power cable. All right. That didn't work. All right, cool. Give me a second. The joys of streaming. Ow. Oh, did it pop out? Aha! Whoa! Oh, sorry, sweetie. Oh, there we go. Almost stood on you. Scared you though. All right, welcome, welcome everyone. Let's get started. It is absolutely hot in here. I should shut that door. Give me 2 seconds. Oh. I was wondering whether to do stream tonight due to how hot it is. It's 28 degrees Celsius, otherwise 83 Fahrenheit, and 50% humidity. So we'll see how that goes today. All right, today we're going to be playing around with this issue. So what we want to do is we want to play around with creating a custom user model in Django. So I've done something on the side. I'm going to bring that in. I did it on my laptop, so I'm bringing it in and I'm just fixing up a few things at the moment. So first off is, all right, git diff for the package.json. All right, git branch at the moment. All right, so git diff with the source JSON app.js. I'm removing a commented out line. That's fine. Git diff webpack.common.js. So I'm adding in the Brotty compress, and I'm removing a bunch of comments outlines. All right, so I'm just going to push this into dev. Git add everything. Git commit. Removal of unwanted comments. Okay, cool. Easy done. So git branch. We've got git check out the issue 533 auth user model. Git merge in. We're merging in the develop branch. And merge conflict in the NearBeach forms.py. All right, so kind of expect that. So we're going to go to NearBeach. We're going to open up in a new window. We're going to bang it like this. We're going to close all the tabs. We're going to minimize everything. We're going to go NearBeach, NearBeach forms. So we have something up here. We're actually going to keep both of these. And that should do that. All right, so we're getting the user model from the get user model. All right, cool. So forth like that. Cool. And we're just going to hit save. What we're going to do, git status, git add everything, git commit, merge the develop branch back into the issue branch, and then git push. Whilst that's doing that, making sure my Mac doesn't make some random noises. Cool. So we can start working on this. If we have a, no, wrong folder. If we clear this, ls, everything in here, what we've got is we've built ourselves our own little project called custom user models. In here, we've actually done a source link in here and we're going to modify it. So what we need to do is I'm going to need both of those open. Let's open up the project. Let's go to, so we've got our settings, we've got our URLs, and we're including our URLs in here too as that main path. With our settings, we'll go through that instructions and find out what we've done, because I feel like it's been a while since I've done this. And this project is meant to set something up so that we can sort of test everything. The idea being is once the branch is done, what we want to do is we want to test everything on the normal situation and then make sure everything sort of works on this situation too, as best as possible. I know a few areas where it's going to break, and it might be one of those things where we're like, we'll support it to, we'll only support it when you've got this sort of special case or something like that. So yeah, we'll have to figure it out. So in here, how do I fully replace objectives? Describe the difference between abstract user and abstract user base. Explain why you should set up a custom user model when starting a Django project. Start a new Django project with a custom user model. Sweet. All right, cool. Use an email address as primary user identifier instead of a username for authentication. All right, cool. Practice test first development when implementing a custom user model. All right, we do that. Not really. All right, so abstract user and abstract base user. The default user model in Django uses a username to uniquely identify as a user during authentication. So examples for our testing is we've got admin, team leader, team member, read only, and so forth like that. With our tests, we actually use the same email address, and that's just to simplify the whole process for us. Yeah, that's all. If you'd rather use an email address, you'll need to create a custom user model by either subclassing abstract user or abstract user base. So abstract user, the users option if you're happy with the existing fields on the user model and just want to remove the username field. So that would be all fine and dandy for us. It's the abstract base user, which is what's going to be the problem here. So use this option if you want to start from scratch by creating your own completely new user model. So at the moment, I'm grabbing the wrong pen. NearBeach's user model. All right. And the known fields that we use are username, email, first name, and last name. All right, so what I can see happening is these two fields being squished into one. So these will be just the username, which should be fine in most cases. If we actually have a look at, let's go prod.NearBeach. Let's, I don't have any cards associated to me or something like that. So as you see, there's first name, last name, and email is used there. We don't actually have the user ID there. But it is plausible for us to sort of key it in like this. As for this, this most likely will be just called name or a construct. Construct for local naming convention. So this one's going to be the big problem, because that will definitely break parts in NearBeach. I mean, what we could potentially do is be like, yeah, there's going to be problems with this. So this might end up being a limited case of we won't be able to do the last one. We won't be able to do this one because there's just too many field changes and so forth like that we use in NearBeach everywhere. So yeah, we use all of these. The steps are the same for each. Create a custom user model and manager, update settings PY, customize the user creation form and user change forms, update the admin. It's highly recommended to create a custom user model when starting a new Django project. Without it, you'll need to create another model like user profile and link it to the Django user model with a one-to-one field if you want to add new fields to the user model, which is what we do. We do that with the profile pictures. So start by creating a new Django project using the app. All right, so we've done this. Add the new app to the settings list. All right, we've done this. We're not going to worry about the tests. And then first we need to add a custom manager by subclassing base user manager that uses email as a unique identifier. Okay. So we've done that already, haven't we? Yeah. Yeah, so we've done this. We've added in the managers and so forth like that. So I've done this. If you guys want more information, here's the link. Okay, so user model, which options you would like to subclass. Okay, so that's in the user models. So we've got this one in here. So username field will be email. Required fields is, we've got nothing in there. We don't even have, yeah, first name, last name, which I know is going to throw up so many issues. And it might be a case where we just go, we can only support this particular one. Okay. Well, tell you what, let's get this up and running. So what I need to do is npm run watch. I'm just going to go run prod. So we just want to build the prod of this. Man, Webpack takes forever. And over here, we're just going to debug. Oh, we haven't put debug mode on. We'll just -3 manage run server. Can import Django, are you sure it's installed? Ooh. Source VM bin activate. All right. Must not like those. Just give me a couple of seconds. Because I did port this over from another. Yeah, all right. So one problem, remove VM like so. So virtual environment VM. Okay, source deactivate. All right, source VM bin activate. All right, cool. Pip install Django. Like so. Pip install read everything from NearBeach requirements text, because we'll also need all of that too. Should have done that first. All right, Python 3 manage run server. Oh, all right. We've got some issues. We've got 4 issues. So we'll need to open up NearBeach models, and we're trying to find list of project statuses. And you'll notice in here, we've got a auth, got a user in there. So what we need to change that to is user model, like so. The next one will be, oops, list of task status. The next one will be public link. There we go, and then that's that. Oh wait, no. Creation user. All right, cool. That should be that. Firefox should open. We've got the NearBeach stuff now. I think I've got Team Leader installed on here. Admin. All right, not a problem. So what we want to do is we want to remove our database. Oh, did we want to do that? And hey, Sandy, how are you? Set everything to public? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, with the permissions. Yeah, no, it turned out because I imported the VM stuff from Mac that it's not the same build. And I just realized I should just reset password, but that's no problem. So what we want to do is we want to Python 3 manage migrate. Python 3 manage create super user. Oh, it's because, yeah, I needed the email. Python 3 manage run server. All right, cool. Yeah, I just did something silly. How are you going, Sandy? Hopefully you're going well. Okay, let's see if that works. All right, cool, it does. So straight away we've got an error. You're tired? Oh, fair enough. That's understandable. Is it hot where you are? Because currently in here it's 29 degrees Celsius. Getting hot. Okay, so we're going to reload. We know users with no groups is going to have an issue straight off the bat. There's just some days in the week where you just want to be in public. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I just want to be on holidays. So, fully understand. Okay. All right. So, user has to be admin. Request user is super user. Now, is it failing there? Because we don't know where it's failing yet. Manager isn't available. Auth.user has been swapped for auth.custom user. Okay, cool. So this is where we would have to do something. A bit drastic. So very much like the models. We would have to do something like that. Being a public back. Okay. Fair enough. How you been? How's your Python going? I know you're trying to create a game, right? So I'm just thinking at the moment how I want to kind of do this. The reason why it's not working is because that user table does not exist anymore. It's been halted. Ah, damn. Well, that's not fun. Like, you also need to learn some VueJS to compare to React. Oh, okay. VueJS is pretty easy to pick up. All right, if not, request.user.is. All right, so it's like, sure, okay, that's a great idea, but in my mind, do I get extra pay if I know Vue.js? It would be great. It would be great. However, it does give you that flexibility to move around. So, yeah. If request.user.isSuperUser return HTTP response. The thing is, I don't want to, and I can instantly see this is going to be a problem here because we're using the user table again. So we do get a problem. Yeah, you do win. All right, let's see if we can create a new organization. All right, we do have one issue, and that's getting the note list. Cannot resolve keyword first name into fields. Yeah. It's almost like I have to... Okay, not a problem. So that's just dealing with the note list. And that's because someone can write a note. We won't be able to deal with the notes. Okay. What if we create a new customer? So we get everything working on here, which is great. So new Kanban board. Everything's working. New card, a simple new card. New card. That is working. Oh, straight away, we don't get the note list or the group user list. So yeah, we can't add users in. So that's a critical bug. Okay. And the thing is, I could implement this, but state, listen, there are bugs at the moment. Here are the bugs. And then fix the bugs on the side and so forth like that, as long as it doesn't introduce new bugs into the normal way we use NearBeach. And it's also one of those things where I've got to look at this and be like, all right, cool. This has to be in an if statement, like up here. We can't have it down here. So that's another thing. How have I set that up? Auth user model. Okay, so I've got it there. And yeah, we would need a override method. From the settings itself. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Won't be a problem. All right, going through here. So we can still create a new Kanban board. We can error fetching user group and data. We have a bug. That's a bug. So we can put it into uTrack. All right. it right now. Okay. Error toast for group and user data. Currently does not have any classes. Please see the screenshot. We'll need to add in the extra classes into this toast so it is colored red. All right, so this is a minor bug submitted, assigned to me. Subsystem, this is the parent modules. And then hopefully we'll get it out with this current version. Actually, I'm not going to version it. Easy done. All right, going back here. So yeah, this won't work because we can't add any more groups to it. We can't add user projects to it. All right, that's not a problem. Well, it is, but at the same time, it is and isn't. That's the same bug. But yeah, it's the same issue. Customers we should be able to add. No problem there. But yeah, groups and users is heavily affected. And if we go with this, that would become a pretty critical issue, which we can get fixed. We just need to figure a workaround and what fields we require. So we need to document this process and be like, listen, if you're doing this, you need at least a name field, and you need a yeah, you need a name field and this and that and all that kind of fun stuff. It will complicate our code though, which I'm not happy about. So yeah, I'll have to figure a way to do it discreetly. Okay, so that looks like that's working. I think task will work the same. Should work the same. Yeah, we know about that. So we can still, pretty sure, link to other objects and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's go requirement. We want to link to this requirement. All right, cool. The documents, that should all work and everything like that. So request for change will not work. Reason being is it requires a lot of, yeah, it requires this. Yeah. Search works perfectly fine. No, adding in groups and stuff, so the administration stuff will not work. Okay, because yeah, users are heavily need. That's where we've got all our this stuff, all the first name, last name, email, and all that kind of stuff. Object status list. I think notifications will work. Add notification. Hello world. This is a notification. What we want it to do is that is a bug. All right. New issue. Cannot update between dates for the notification screen. Method 1, log in as an admin. 2, navigate the menu, admin, and then notifications. Click on any notification or create a new one. Try and edit the dates. Expected results, dates can be edited. Actual results, dates cannot be edited. All right, sweet. So search notifications instead. Okay. This is just normal. This is a bug. This is submitted. This is to me. This is notifications. We won't version that one yet. All right, diagnostic information. This is all working. Kinda not. Actually, no, it is working. So yeah, upload test. Documentation won't upload because it's assigned to a user. Sweet. All right. So there's our sort of bugs with this particular system. Let's see what bugs we have. Let's stop here. If we switch to our NearBeach one. All right. Let's hit debug. Let's go to our local host. Let's log out. Let's log in. I'm just logging in as admin and we can't log in. Now, I think I know why the bug is. So if we open up NearBeach, we want to open up our views, authentication. We want to actually find our login one. So I'm just going to put a breakpoint here. And I'm going to do that again. All right, so it hits here. We're going to skip over. So we've got our username and password, so admin test123$. And then we've got our authentication where username equals username, password equals password. That's admin. All right, if user is none, it'll log in. All right, if user.is authenticated, check first time login. It's not going to be first time login. That's a one-off thing. Then we hit this thing. This is the issue here. So I've got a to-do. We'll need to actually make it, this is somewhat variable. So that is another problem. The problem is if I... Yeah, it depends what we're doing. So user objects dot filter, where the username equals that, whereas what we want, and I don't think we need to actually do that. I think we can use the user up here. Okay. So if request user is authenticated, we should go into here. This part of login post. Yeah, I'm just going to pass through because we know it fails here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go username in user. And that's actually referenced up here. And that's why I can't get to it. So what I could potentially do, I can knock this forward up one. But I want this to fail here anyway. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so if I go create empty user, user equals false here. Create empty user, it will be false. All right, cool. So then it goes through here, then it goes into this. Then if that equals that, then we're all happy. Don't think this will work, but let's find out. So let's hit login again. Just gonna hit play. All right. Okay, so we go into here, we get our username. Oh, I've put in two things. We hit here. So now user should be the admin user. So if I go forward, go into here. Yeah, it's gonna break. I'm just going to do that. There's a little bird in this picture. I'm going to redo some of these pictures with better... Yeah. I want to spend some time on the login page. I reckon I can get a little bit better. Because on my computer, these images are actually stretched out. So if we actually view page source, so if we inspect, yeah, we've got the background image. The image is actually this big, and yeah, it doesn't stretch really well. It actually stretches horribly, which is what I don't like. So it looks okay here, but on my main screen, the... So yeah. Anyway, that's side issue. All right, so that one worked. And then the user group count is 2, and then we go play. So that would actually be better than those two added together. And in reality, if I delete this, all right, cool. And I'm gonna stop. And I'm going to go to the other one. And I'm going to run a server over here. And I'm going to go and click on a bunch of random things. So we've got this. It'll be luke@nearbeach.org. I like that picture. That's a very rare picture to pop up. I think, is that Korea? Yeah, I think that's Korea. We're going to log in. That will work there too. Okay, so I'm just going to exit out of those. Going to kill the server. And we are going to shake the bloody hell out of our main code base. That's Sydney. Okay, cool. So login will work. All right. Uploading won't work at the moment. I don't have Docker desktop. All right, let's run Minio. That's local host 9000. And I'm pretty sure, all right, cool. So let's upload a picture. We've got some pictures in here. We've got some profile pictures. Let's go Joker, the good old classic Joker. That worked perfectly fine. We're all happy with that. It's looking like it's doing all of these perfectly fine. If we upload a random document though, armed with calculators, let's upload that. That's working perfectly fine, armed with calculators. Perfect. Associated objects. There's nothing in there that at the moment, but that's perfectly fine. Add tag, default tag. Just adding in a simple note. Hello world. Okay, cool. And those, I might UI UX, get some help with the UI UX. So that worked. New customer. Let's add that one in. Okay. All working so far. That didn't update. That's a bug. All right, I am going to add that in right now. Okay, new issue. Cannot update either column or level when creating a new Kanban board. All right, cool. So method one, log into NearBeach, navigate the menu, and it's new object, and then Kanban, new Kanban board. Three, double click on either a column or a card. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I've got to reload my laptop page over here. All right, cool, sweet. Double click on either a column or level and rename that column / level. Expected results. New name to appear. Actual results. New name does not appear. There is a workaround. You delete that thing and all sorts of stuff. But we're going to treat this as a more critical sort of issue because this shouldn't. Yeah, this is going to be a major one. Bug submitted to me. This is Kanban board. And we're not going to give it a version just yet. All right, so Apart from that, that dialogue popped up because we landed in block. That was a community member who was like, hey, can we do this? So the idea being is it's flagged as blocked. So yeah. All right, cool. I think everything's working as it should here. And then that should be summer. Changes there. We had an issue fetching public links for this object. All right, cool. So I can replicate that issue. That issue is caused by the fact that we send up unknown. Okay. We can fix that. All right, so public links are not working for editing Kanban board. All right, we get a 403 because there is an unknown in the URL. We need to pass through the correct variables. This is just, we're gonna go major for this one because I know someone's using this. We are gonna fix this as soon as possible. So this is part of the Kanban board. That version, and we're gonna go create. Done. All right, sweet. Going back into here, I'm pretty sure everything just works as intended. We can add some users into here. Okay. Cool. All right, new project. A simple new project. Okay, we're gonna go in progress for this update project. All right, documentation. We're just gonna upload a document. Let's go bang. Let's go my face. Let's upload that. We should also have a look over here and refresh this. Yeah, this is working perfectly fine. Linked objects. We want to create a link. We just want to be like, hey, this is connected to another thing. This is relates to. Cool. This will actually is currently blocking this particular task. All right, cool. Yep. We won't do a deep dive into debugging or doing a thorough testing and so forth like this tonight, just because essentially this is the last thing I wanted to tackle for February. So we'll do a full site test and bug fix and all that kind of stuff, like a proper one with the release candidate. The documentation, testing, and improving will happen next month. There's so much I need to actually document and so forth like that. So sadly, we could not reach this. Sadly, we just didn't have time for the Podman container. I've just got to ask people how to set that up and so forth like that. We'll get that all sorted. Implementation, end-to-end testing. Yeah, we just didn't get enough time to sort of research that, but yeah, I want to get this out the door with the release candidate. So yeah, I'll be writing up a retrospective either over the next couple of days, as well as what I want to achieve for March. So yep. Customers, we can add in customers. All right, sweet. Bugs, we don't have anything connected up at the moment. Assign tags to this project, default tag, create a public link. That should just work. Okay, that worked perfectly fine. And then notes. Yeah, cool. I'm going to skip straight down to requests for change because the others are sort of built up the same way. I'm just making sure that this works perfectly fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a release candidate release. All right. Everything's looking fine. Yeah. Everything's looking perfectly fine. Isn't that right, Peanut? She said yes. Help me sleep. Oh, Peanut. Okay. I am going to actually test requirement. Just very quickly. Because I want to add in a new requirement item. Like so. I mean, everything's working perfectly fine. And that should match that. Yeah, it does. Send email. Very good. That's fine. Yeah, everything's working. So what I'm going to do, since that's models file, all right, so we don't have that in our settings. So if I minimize everything, I go NearBeach, I go, sorry, local settings, and I search for that file, auth user model. Okay, cool. Oh, I do actually have it in here. So override auth user model in OS environ. Auth user model equals get environment auth user model override. All right, sweet. So it looks like I've done that already in here. But I don't have an else. So why have I done it in there? I don't have it in there. All right, cool. Oh, that's a bug. Ah, it's because there really is. All right. Then yeah, this is working without me doing that. All right, we're going to fix this because I know that's going to cause problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the documentation. Not the sorry, our views documentation. In here, what we've got is we've got these particular things being like, hey, if this exists in the settings, so get attribute settings that. But we also have it where if it doesn't exist, so if get attribute that settings that, then none. So get attribute, it's object name and default. So I feel like if we do this, go into our models, paste it in for reference. All right. Then this should be user model equals get attribute from settings. We want this auth user model. And default will just be user. And I feel that is a better solution. So if user has over written the auth user model, use that. Otherwise, default to user. And then what I want to do is I want to delete those. I want to just reset this. But before I do, I'm just going to put a breakpoint there. I'm going to reset, stop and rerun. Should hit that. And then if we go forward, we can see it's the auth.user. Sweet. And then we just need to go bang like that and double check it. Auth.user. Yep, sweet. So we're happy with that. And that will reload everything in. All right, sweet. That's perfect then. And then what I need to do on pages where we need the user, I need to kind of do that in there. And that's how I would get around that stuff. Otherwise, everything else is working. It's just, yeah, getting the users assigned and so forth like that. And this will need to be documented too. So yeah, that's why we're also moving this through a release change, because this is a breaking change. Yeah, we try and support what people need to our best abilities. And hey, Jay the developer, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. You're slightly off there, but that's fine. You got stuck in the corner and fell. And what you could also do is it does support emojis. Yeah, it could be better. Yeah. So let's see where that one goes. Oh, that one's going across all the screen. Oh, 73.74. Nice. I don't know how long the time, yeah, the cooldown timer is. I think it's about a couple of minutes. So, yeah. How have you been? Okay, I think that's what I wanted to do. I'm going to do this through a pull request. I'm going to make sure I'm not building. So get remove NearBeach static. Git checkout NearBeach static. Git status. Git add. Git commit. Fix to the models. Now we'll double check to see if we are using. Check to see what we are using for auth. Fix to the login. We'll use login user. All right. So what we want to do is we've got a massive pull request now. So we're going to do that. We're going to compare and do a pull request. Now, on my whiteboard, I've got 0.31.0 full stack test after RC1, which we'll do an RC1. Implement end-to-end testing into Circle CI. We couldn't do that. We'll implement that soonish. Implement custom user tables. That's what we've just done. And I think that's it on the whiteboard. So yeah, okay. Oh, Peanut. Okay. Sorry, I'm just giving Peanut a lovely little belly rub. She's loving it. She's like, don't stop. I want that belly rub. All right, so in here, what we are doing is fix for issue, and then issue. What is the issue number again? 533. Fix for the issue 553. I was hoping it would actually bring that out. Added in the ability to have custom user tables. Currently, there are many bugs where where the required fields, first name, last name, etc. not included and will cause issues. Cool. Let's create the pull request. Files changed, 160. Oh god. Okay, Circle CI config YAML. Actually, edit. This is going into develop, change base. This ain't going straight into main. Alright. 8 files changed, so much better. So we've got under the forms, we've got Django forms auth get user model. And then we're removing user from there. Let's go, I keep forgetting that acronym, ship it. So yeah, well hopefully we'll do an RSC1 tonight. So that will actually be testing out our auto deployment processes too. So fingers crossed. So yeah, I've been pushing hard to get this done. So it looks good to me. Yep. I don't know why I thought let's go. I think Rocks has really solidified let's go in my head. So yeah. All right, and then get user model. That's just a spelling thing. That's just user model. All right, cool. Object node ID forms. We were using this. Yeah, we were using this properly. User model equals get user model. Okay, yeah. So the forms worked when we were submitting stuff. Now, this is part of new user form. Now, that's one thing we didn't actually create. That's what I've got to check right now. Stranger. All right, so this will be a bug. This is a critical bug, which we won't be able to implement. Okay, that is a problem. Music's still going. So what we need to do is we need to fix this up. And I really should cancel this, but we'll go through it. We'll write down our problems. How's that? Okay, so problems. Okay, can't create new user. That is a critical one. So let's go to groups. Let's see if we can still open our groups. All right, it's cool. We can still open our groups. We can still update our groups. Can't even do that. All right, that's a problem. And hey, Owen Codes, how are you? What you could also do is do this. And have shocked max drop. All right. So group information is not saving. Let's actually check that on production. Give me a second, just because this is my production. All right. So I can do that on my production. You're okay just waking up? Ah, fair enough. And I'm assuming you meant here instead of there. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we've come across a couple of major issues. That one should be one of them because we do want these groups. Administration group. This one, actually, hang on. Yeah, and then if we add a user, that's adding, but yeah, it's not updating the groups. So we need to fix that up at the same time. So groups can't save. Okay. You meant there, tricked ya. Oh, dropped my pen. Oop. Okay, so we can't save them. We can still add people, permission sets. I'm hoping we can save this. Can't save permission set, so there's something wrong with these. Permission sets. Can't be saved. Right, it's probably something very simple. Hang on a minute. I think I know why. I don't have the latest code base. All right, so we're going to refresh. Okay, so that was my bad. Okay. So we're going to get rid of those. So permission sets can't be saved. That is because I just didn't what am I trying to say? I didn't compile the latest code. So administration group, that got saved. That's perfectly fine. Users. Yeah, that's fine. Let's create a new group. Add group. We're going to call it strange. And what we want to do is we're creating a new permission set. We're also going to call it strange because this is, yeah, we've got to double check all of this. And then with the users, we're going to create new user. We're going to call it strange. Now that failed. Yeah, that failed for a legit reason. So groups can be saved. Now I want to fix up this issue first. And what we need to do is we need to find out where that information's going. So that's going new user save. Okay, we go here, we go, all right, cool, new user save. This is the method itself under the view. And what we want to do is we are going to bang that right there. And we're going to have add user. And we've got our thing here. So our form is valid. So our form is definitely valid. Because we've got down here. Yeah, all right. So this might be the case where if someone has a custom thing, it's not going to work. Cool. So what I want to do is I want to go back to those views. User views, new user form. We want to actually go to that implementation. Definitely want to key those in. Now that might actually have a problem. Ooh. Okay. That will definitely have a problem with the other one. So if I actually spot over here, before I do, I have to stop this debugging. So what I'll do, go over here. We'll just hit play over, we'll just hit the run server here. Yeah, it's gonna have an issue with that because those particular fields don't exist. Okay, gonna cancel that. Gonna jump back into here. Okay, so username equals forms dot Alright, let's go to Django models username limitations. User model fields. Username requires 150 characters or fewer. Usernames may contain alphanumeric underscore at plus dot and hyphen characters. Okay, cool. First name, last name, all right, email, all right, password. Cool. Try catch Python. Error messages have been more than mentioned, but if you tried one example, all right, cool. Try and okay, try raise exception. Okay, I'm just seeing if I could do something hacky into this. No. All right. So it's going to be a character field. How do I... Username field. A string describing the name of the field of a user model that the user is as a unique identifier. This will usually be a username of some kind, but it can also be an email address or any other unique identifier. The field must be unique. Unique equals true. Set in its definition. Unless you have custom authentication backend that can support non-unique new usernames. In the following example, the identifier is used as the identifier field. Okay, cool. But how do we stop people from submitting random characters into that? And that's where I would look at my secondary one. So this custom user model, no. Managers. So that's just managing stuff. User models. Email field. Boolean, date joined, username, required fields. All right, cool. Doesn't really help. So, got rid of all of those. That's the problem. All right, so max length 150. We've got the first name. Oh, required equals true. First name equals forms. Dot character field. Required equals false. Last name equals forms dot character fields. Required equals false. Cool. Then we've got the password 1 and 2, and then we've got email. Required equals true. So then what we want to do, get rid of that. And then this will just become forms form. Okay, cool. I am closing other tabs. I'm just focusing on this at the moment. So with the new user, I'm going to add a new user. It failed straight away because there's nothing there. Just going to close these tabs. I'm going to hit okay, I'm just gonna unable to connect. Oh, because I'm not running the server. All right, that's not a problem. We'll just rerun the server. We've got a new user. We're gonna go, user is going to be called strange user support. Add new user. So we're going over here. So we've got the new form. We're stepping over. We've got the fields. And if we go down here, we can, and we click on cleaned data. Actually, we need to go over is validated first. And then clean data comes through. We've got the data down here. And then what we got is, we've got a bunch of submit new user. Submit user set password, save, and then I'm just going to hit play, and we're here. Cool. So we've fixed that issue. So this issue is now gone. One thing I got to do is Found a critical error in the code. Users were not able to create a new user. All right, cool. We're going to cancel that, but we're still going to look through the files change just because we can come across other stuff too. This is why reviewing code helps at times, because you'll be like, all right, cool. I've changed this, but what impact does that have? Especially when you change so many fields and so forth like that. So we're now came down here. We've done this one. We're happy. We're happy with these ones. That's just a spelling mistake. That one's, yep, the update change lead form. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm going to say viewed. I'm going to load the difference for this one. All right, cool. Abstract user base. I'm pretty happy with this one because it's just updating those particular fields. Yeah, that's pretty stock standard. We've viewed that one. Now the authentication view. So we get the user model. We get the user model here. We've got the user equals false. We've got the double checking down here. That's a spelling mistake. This fixed, yep, user equals false. This fixed this very well. I'm happy with it. This is for the object data views. Get user model. Yep. Yep, that's fine. That's just removing that and then get user model down there. Yep, we're happy with that one. That one's on the profile views. So one thing we should check. Type object user has no attribute get. All right, so we've got a problem here. So users can't update profile picture. So this should be easy to fix. So yeah, that's why we've got this. So we've got the profile pictures, user get user models. All right, so what I want to do, I want profile information update profile. And we want that in the NearBeach URL. So we want to go on here. We want to go to that implementation. All right, cool. Oh, before I forget, sorry. Just needed to double check something. All right, so yep. So we'll leave that there. What we'll do is we'll reload the page. Of April. hang on, I'm just checking some dates. All right, cool. So the news is okay. Anyway, let's go Joker PS5 sticker. All right, so we're hitting this. So we've got the form profile picture form. All right. Now that's got the file and so forth like that. That is valid. We get the file. Get the string file. If all of that size is, yep. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's going to throw out the error. So I'm going to have a look at this one. So we've got the location ID. All right, so if I go and put a breakpoint there, and I'm going to reset this, we're going to upload Joker and Morgana, and I'm just going to hit play. So it gets in here. So the location ID is 7. That's username. The destination is user. So somewhere in here it fails. So I'm just going to go forward. So it submits the document fine. Document permissions. That's the next one. All right, destination. And I think that's it. All right, so in here, set object from destination. If we go into this, implementation, so import destination. Okay, so now if we read this, it says type object user has no attribute get. Now, I'm just double checking, let's say another object. So let's go RFC. Actually, RFCs don't have, let's say a project. Let's go documents. Let's just upload another document in here. We're gonna hit play. We're gonna hit play. Now in here, the destination is project, and that's going to be the input object. I'm going to hit play, and that's going to be fine. So it's not fine here, because type object user has no get. So let's do this again. So we're going to hit play. We know this works, so we're going to add in another thing down here. We're going to hit play. So set object from destination, document permission submit. We've got a user down here. destination is user, and location is 7. Okay, so I'm just going to hit play. And the object dictionary. Ooh. All right, go to implementation. We don't, oh, we have user. Get user model. Okay. And it just doesn't like it. So what we're going to do, we're going to write some code in here. So we're just going to call it object equals object dict with destination in here. All right, and we're going to replace this with object. And then that should be location ID. We're just going to save that. I'm going to reload this. I'm going to update this to Joker and Morgana. We're going to click over here. We're fine with this. We're fine with this. Fine with this. We're now in here. Oh, I should have. So that should be class Django contrib or models.user. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go second. I'm going to place that on there. I'm going to do that equals object dot get pk equals location ID. Going to remove that from there, and I'm just going to go second there. So hopefully it's going to play. We can skip that. We can play. So object, yeah, it doesn't like that at all. Type object user has no attribute get. Okay, not a problem. We can still play around with this. So we know what this object destination is. We know it's going to be get user model. So we're just going to copy that. And we're going to go user equals get user model. User dot yeah. I just had the problem. Shid's proposed solution worked for me. The load user function should be a part of the user class, but instead its own standalone function. The load user function should be called user.query. Okay. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do is pray. Oops, and I better put that onto that window. All right, sweet. Let's hit refresh. Let's update profile picture. Let's go. I like to be optimistic. All right, we're going to step over. We're going to step over going to step over, and that didn't like it. There's no attribute query. All right. Let's dig deeper. Get user model. Oh, hold on. Django, get user model. Objects. Let's zoom in. I'm finding that when I test case construction, get user model dot objects dot all within the multiple test case. It's also written. All right, cool. What we could also do is we can go into a shell. What we could do, import everything from dot near, import everything. All right, cool. Yeah, sweet. And then what we want to do is we want to grab this, paste, and then we've got a equals get user model, and a is just like that. A dot objects dot get pk equals 1. So this might be very simple. Let's see where this is used. So it's used in internal functions twice. It's also used in object data views, but it's a lowercase there, so don't see it being imported anywhere else. So if I do something like that, let's go b equals get user model dot objects, b dot get, b dot get pk equals 1. Done. All right, this is simple. This is very, very simple. What we want to do is we want to exit out of this and then go git status, git checkout NearBeach views. Actually, that's a new file. Forms is fine. Static we're ignoring. This is the one we want to check out. So we're just going to copy that. I'm going to paste that in. All right, sweet. So this is now back to here. We only need to do one line change. And that's it. Now, all the static files will be the same. Everything should just work. So we just go click on here. Little, that. All right, we go into here. We're undoing this. Hey, get rid of that. We're going to hit this. We're just going to go that. There we go. Perfect. Going to get rid of this. We're going to hit play. And there we go. Sweet. Okay, so I'm happy now. This is done. We're going to go back to this. So this is now viewed. And we're happy. Internal functions. This we're going to change. All right, cool. The local settings, if this is, yeah, that's fine. That's working as intended. And then this is for the dashboard users with no groups unit. So that's just a unit test fix. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the NearBeach static and then git checkout NearBeach static and then git status and then git add and then git commit fix to the user new users plus fix to the profile picture update. All right, so what we want to do is we want to go back to NearBeach. We've got this, it's just been done. What we want to do so we want to create a new pull request. We want to go into develop. We want this one. It's able to merge. All right, so what this is, we'll implement the ability to support custom user models. The reviewers will be, of course, me. Assigned to myself. All right, cool. I'm just going to create pull request. We're just going to I did just push. Yeah, I did. So we're happy with that. We're happy with that. We're happy with authentication. We're happy with that. We're happy with that one. Internal functions. Yeah, we're happy with that. We're pretty much happy with everything now. Okay. Now the build and test front end. Ooh, test failed on Circle CI. All right, so what's wrong? Cannot find module Vite. All right, so what we're going to do, npm run unit test. All right, it's run perfectly fine on our local. What we'll do is we'll put in an issue to actually get it fixed. But at the moment, I'm saying this is fine. We probably need to actually go into our Circle CI config and be like, hey, let's fix this up at the config level. But I'm happy with this. I'm going to merge the pull request, confirm merge. RC1. We understand that not. Oh, I should have. Give me 2 seconds. This is, and then delete branch. This is now closed. This is now merged. All right, cool. So what we want to do, yeah, this is failing just because of this stuff. We can get this fixed up. But first, what I want to do is I want to test this release stuff. I'm getting too excited for it to not do it. So what I want to do is I need to put in a critical issue. Circle CI unit tests for VueJS not running. Currently displaying issues for the unit tests for VueJS. However, will run locally using npm run unit test. So that is a showstopper. That's going to be a bug. That's going to be submitted. That's going to be assigned to me. That's going to be a unit tests, unit testing. No version at the moment. So let's just create that. All right, NearBeach dot read the docs. Oh, another thing I want to make sure of, NearBeach slash NearBeach is documentation. Pull request. Create a new pull request. I want to see if documentation has many changes. And this will be update documentation. Two commits. Yep, and files changed. Yep. All right, cool. Yeah, this should have been done a while ago. We're not deleting that branch. Hell no. That branch stays around. Okay, cool. So this, we're not doing this in a particular way. What we're doing is, now I've got to go to the documentation one because the documentation one has the latest documentation. So what we need is procedures, deployment of NearBeach. So this is the new process. So deployment process 1. Please make sure you're in a terminal that is at the root folder of the project. All right, where we can. That's not going to be a problem. Make sure you are on the develop branch and required and all develop branch and all required features have been finished, i.e. merged in. So what we're going to do is we're going to yank this. We're going to place it over into the wrong screen. We're going to place it into the right screen. Now, I know my chat covers up this screen. I am terribly sorry. But this will have to go here for the moment. And I'm going to go clear. And welcome, RW Grim. How are you going? You're not going really late tonight, I take it. Actually, I don't know the time there. Oh, no, cancel. Wrong one. Shout out was what I was meant to do. All right. That would have been embarrassing. You raid me, then I suddenly raid you. This is very late. The other night was just stupidity late. Fair enough. So yeah, welcome everyone. Tonight we are doing our first release candidate for the 031 branch. Yeah, we've got a bunch of GitHub actions that we are testing. If I can spell stuff out. So we are trying to automate the deployment of NearBeach, making it a lot faster to sort of deploy to PyPI and Docker, as well as deploying the static files to our CDN. So yeah, we are currently, if we click on the workflows, we are currently under the wrong branch. We've got to go onto develop. So we've got this NearBeach deploy code in here. So what it'll do is it'll go through, oops, sorry about throwing the pen around. What it'll do is deploy NearBeach onto PyPI. Then it will deploy the static files. And once that is done, it'll trigger the Docker build. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. And this only happens on a release type publish. So we're going to get that done now and we're going to test it out and hopefully it works. So yeah, we've got brand new documentation for it, which we're going through right now. So we're on the main thing. If I go git status, git branch, we should check out the develop branch. We should do a git pull and hope for the best. So git branch, we should now only see develop documentation. We're not worried about the feature branch at the moment. That can come at a later date. The issue 533 auth user model, that's been pulled through already. And that's rather an old branch. We're now using git flow for this. So make sure you're on the develop branch and all required features have been finished. So all required features have been finished and are merged into the develop branch. Sweet. Run the audit tools and fix any packages. So npm run audits. npm audits. Sorry, the wrong one. 0 vulnerabilities. Great news. I want to hear that. Compile JavaScript into production mode. I do need to fix up this documentation a little bit. As you see, it's not giving out the numbers correctly and all that kind of stuff. So I will get to that very shortly. All right, cool. So implement the end-to-end test using Playwright npm run e2e. Please note you'll need a default instance of NearBeach running with the fixtures and all that kind of stuff running. So we're going to interrupt that at the moment. We're going to stop this. We're just going to run it. Actually, no, we're going to stop it. Actually, the database we're using is close enough to the fixtures. We haven't deleted any of the information in there, so it should still be able to access certain things. We haven't changed any permissions or anything like that. We've just added different stuff to it. So we're now running the end-to-end stuff. We know WebKit's going to fail on Ubuntu. So we're ignoring all the Ubuntu, the WebKit stuff failing. It's all of this stuff which we want to work, which it is. And the best thing is it actually checks to make sure that there's no errors and stuff like that in the code, which is nice to actually have. So once that's done, we need to check the screenshots. So we go to NearBeach, we go to not coverage, sorry, we go to test results, and thank you very much, Doc Lock, for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. So what I'm doing here is I'm quickly, at a glance, going over NearBeach to make sure everything's looking perfectly fine. Making sure that there's no sort of issues with it. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't see any issues that are standing out. And we're back to the start. All right, cool. So that's our end-to-end. End-to-end only does a quick shakeout at the moment. So it doesn't go into sort of massive sort of details and so forth like that. That will be built into it as time goes on. Implement end-to-end. Note, please note you'll need the default. Yep. All right. Cool. Check all screenshots. We've just done that. Make sure the development branch has been pushed into Origin. This will include the compilation of the production JavaScript. So what we want to do, git status, git add everything, git commit. Oh, before I do that, I don't know if I've still got to update the versions. Version is going to be local development. All right, so it looks like I don't need to do that. Git ignore, sorry, the package.json does have this in here. So we're going to update that. Okay, so git add everything, git commit. And then what we want to do is we want to be like release 0.31.0 release candidate 1. And then git push. All right, so make sure the development branch has been pushed into the origin. This will include the compilation of the production JavaScript. Cool. Check Circle CI for status for the development branch. We know it's working apart from the Circle CI tests. And good morning, Nsweep. How are you? I hope you're going well. We're just about to do a release and we are testing out the release process. So yeah, this is pretty exciting stuff. All tests should be passing if there are any failed. All right, we know some have failed. If we go to Circle CI again, for some strange reason, oh, they're still running. And that was a success, that one. Build and test front end. We know the backend's working perfectly fine. Okay. It's just doing its thing. All right, I am just gonna go to dashboard and I'm gonna have a look at these failed ones, and it failed after 48 seconds. So if it passes, let's say a minute 30, it's failing. Yeah. So something's gone wrong with running these tests in Circle CI. And it's saying cannot find module Vite. All right. Not too much of a problem. What we'll do is we'll try and figure out why, but at a later time. So yeah, something happened that I am causing that issue. And it could be just me going through and copying over a particular file. I'm not worried about it for the release, because with the release, everything else passed, like the unit tests and so forth like that, and it's passing on the front end. So it is something wrong with my config, and we'll figure out what it is at a later date. Probably tonight, in fact. And yeah, release day, yeah. So we've just pushed all of that. All right, check Circle CI. Yep, all right, so we've just done that. Use git float will create a new release. So git flow, release start, and version number. The version number should follow that particular format. More information can be found over there. All right, cool. So what I want to do is I want to go git flow release start 0.31.0 release candidate 1. And then using git flow will finish the release. All right. Git flow release finish 0.31.0 release candidate 1. Fatal, branches need merging first. Main and main origin have, all right, so git checkout main, git pull. All right, I'm moving this closer. Git pull, fatal, not possible to fast forward aborting. All right, I'm gonna go git status. Okay, cool. Git pull rebase. Let's do a sneaky git pull again. Hope for the best. Yep, all right, cool. Git checkout develop. All right, git. We'll do the git flow release finish 0.31.0 release candidate 1. All right, merge branch into, yep, sweet. Yeah, all right, cool, quit. Write a message for the tag 0.31.0 release candidate 1. All right, please write a message. Yep. Merge tag it. Yep. All right, so we've just done a release. Let's go to our actions. So we've just it should have brought in everything. Why didn't that work? All right, release branch, release, yada yada has been merged into main. The release tag, yep. Merged into develop, release, yep. Okay, what if I do git push? What if I haven't pushed any of this up? That's probably it. 6 seconds ago. All right, let's go GitHub, workflows. Still not done anything. Let's go into our actions. Still not got anything in there. I should have merged everything in. Able to merge. Still got that many files to... I thought that was what the release was meant to do. Okay. This is why I wanted to do this through a release candidate process. We got a fallback method for this. We can just do a simple pull request, merge everything in, and then do a release using the release system in GitHub. But I want to test this out properly. So git branch, git checkout main, git pull, git push, all right. This repository has moved. Please use the new location. Oh, all right. Paste and go. Okay, so git remote set URL origin. That would be git at github.com. NearBeach.git. I've screwed that up. All right, give me 2 seconds. Git remote set URL origin. All right. Cool. Git checkout develop. Git pull. Push. Git status. All right, cool. So what I want to do, git flow release start 0.31.0 release candidate 2. We're just going to try this out. Git flow release finish 0.31.0 release candidate 2. Tagging failed. All right. 0.31.0 release candidate 2. Okay, release branch has been merged into main. All right, cool. So now I need to go git push, git status, git push. That should do git checkout main, git status, git push. And then if I hit reload, that should have that, but pages build and deployed. Okay, let's go to code. Yeah, I think I just screwed up something along the way. Got deployed NearBeach. So on jobs, deploy NearBeach, deploy static files, and then trigger Docker build. Deploy NearBeach. All right. Now this didn't I don't think this is for pages build and deployment. This is that's for read the docs, I think. Yeah, we didn't have our release pass through here, which is a bit of a concern. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new release, but I just want to have a look at the tags. We don't have those tags. So let's just do a release, create a new release, choose a tag. So 0.31.0 RC1, create a new tag. What are we calling this release title? 0.31.0 release candidate 1. All right, we're going to keep this simple now. This will be set as a pre-release, create a discussion, generate release notes. All right. Yeah, let's skip it as this. Deploy NearBeach. Here we go. All right. So there's a bunch of steps with this one. Then you've got the deploy static files and then trigger the Docker build. All right. So there's a lot going on here. I think this is the quickest way we could potentially yeah, do this. Now, in theory, what we could potentially do is we can have the deploy NearBeach and then have both the deploy static files and trigger Docker build happening at the same time. But the trigger Docker build happens within a couple of minutes. It's 5 minutes, in fact, to build. And what will actually happen is the deploy static build will take 20 minutes. We don't want people to update without the static files being there. So github.com, let's go to NearBeach Docker. Now, what are these ones? Patch 2. 7 months ago. We can probably ignore those branches. They happened 7 months ago. The main branch should have had something happen last month. GitHub Actions will now only run when triggered by the release process. Sweet. So, fingers crossed this works. I'm hoping it does. So, yeah. As for this one, we can play around with this in a minute or two. Oh no, deploy static files. What happened here? Create init process completed with no modules named request. All right. Create init.py and PyProject toml file. Damn it. Damn. All right. So what we want to do is we want to close all tabs. We want to go into our main, into our develop. Sorry, we want to check everything out. We just want to minimize everything. We just want to actually close all tabs. We no longer need this other project open. So So we can close that. We can just jump into here. We're going to close the Circle CI. We're going to go into the GitHub. We're going to go into the workflow. We're going to go into the deploy NearBeach. And we're going to find out what went wrong. So create init and py project toml file. So we need to steps name create init and py project toml file. So Python 3 GitHub deployment files generate templates. So results request get that should get our release. That will get this, and there's our tag name. And then results JSON version 0. Yep, so it should go into 0. Yep. And then tag name. Yep, with that file as input file, right version. All right, cool. So in here, run deployment, traceback, file home runners work NearBeach dot that GitHub in line 3 module import request, no module named requests. I need to install requests. It is installed up here. Why do you generate PyPonel at build time? I don't remember why we did it this way. I think it's because we wanted to get the tag, this number, and key it into the file, if memory serves me correctly. I've got this all working on my local. Pip install upgrade pip install upgrade build. Do we need to go Python and pip install virtual env, then virtual env vm, then source vm bin activate, then do that. And then all I need to do is source vm bin activate. Python versus Python 3, don't know, but it doesn't hurt to put in Python 3. And Python 3, build packages. I should first speak vm bin activate. Okay. Now, GitHub actions test locally. We've done this before. It's the act thing. So what I need to do is, where did I put the act thing? I didn't put it in this code, did I? There it is. All right, so. You can use act to run actions local. I can't speak. All right, just how does it work? They're just saying act in here. Does nothing. Shoot. All right. Deploy static files should be the same. It's just this is different. So we've updated pip, we've updated build. We're just installing virtual environment. We install everything in the virtual environment, and then here we just make sure we're using that virtual environment. And that should work. So if I go git branch, git status, git add, git commit, fix tool workflow, git push, git flow release start 0.31.0 release candidate 3, git flow release finish 0.31.0 release candidate 3. I'm just testing this out again. Yep, that's fine. So 0.31.0 release candidate 3, git push, git checkout main, git push. All right. Really? It doesn't start with that. All right. Setup tools, SEM to get your version. I just use the Mac copy and paste. Setup tools, SEM. Extracts Python packages from Git or Mercury metadata instead of declaring them as a version argument. All right. Additionally, so Project Toml. Build system requires, yep, all right, a dynamic version, tools.setup, version file is package.version.py. Okay, the one thing which I just want to be wary of, I want to do a release of NearBeach separate from its development of code. So, for example, if there's a library that needs to be updated, the idea is I jump in and I just go, all right, cool. That's been updated in the Docker base. I now just need to do a release, even though the release has the same NearBeach code as the last release. So yeah. I just don't know how this works, but we can play around with it. Doesn't hurt to play around. So, and how are you, QLogic? As long as you tag it, should be fine. Okay, cool. So if we can tag it, then this will work perfectly fine. So let's go pip install setup tools SEM. Cool. let's go down here. Let's go Python 3M setup tools SEM help. So Python setup tools, root path, script dev, print project version according to SMC metadata. Options help root a directory managed by SEM default inferred as config file of that. Path, config path to the project toml, setup, setup tools, config, default, lookup in the current or parent directories. Step 10, remove local parts before printing version. All right. Bit confused. Okay, build system setup. Example dynamic, version dynamic. Okay, usage. All right. Python setup tools, example from local after changes. If you need to confirm which version you've been is being generated or debug on the configuration, you can install setup tools SEM directly and run on your local environment. Could not find Pi project toml using default config. All right, no such file. Yeah, I know, because we're actually generating that file. The thing is, I don't want to put a version in that file. Yeah. And hello, BC Aura. How are you tonight? What were you doing tonight? And welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're fixing up our release processes. I am just figuring out how I could do something. So yeah, what were you doing? Anyway, whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to jump onto this. I'm going to jump onto our workflows. And this one. Doing good. Calculus education, lyrics to VG music. All right, I know what calculus is. It's been a while since I've done a lot of it. Educational lyrics. So yeah, making educational videos about calculus and putting it in a VGM music. So yeah, that does sound kind of cool. Well, let me give you a follow. And I'll give you a shout out. So yeah, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just fixing up this. So originally the thought was what would actually happen is it will go through, it generates these particular files because I need to get the latest release version from here. So this tag I need to get. Yeah, so highly embarrassing, but thank you. That's all good. That's all good. We're all nerds here. So yeah, I've got to get that to come out and do all sorts of stuff, but it just wasn't working. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a naughty thing and try it again. I mean, it worked the first time. Just do another release tag 0.31. We're gonna 0 RC, and we're gonna do RC2. 0.31.0. We're gonna make sure that's in RC2, and then we're just gonna go hopeful fixes. Hopeful fixes to the auto deployment process. And we're just going to publish that release and hope for the best. The idea of writing a song to literally teach such a complex topic is funny. Yeah. So what software, what does your software do? The best teachers are good summarizers in a song. I hope, yep, fair enough. All right, so I am writing or constructing NearBeach. So do I have an instance running locally? Yes, I still do. So NearBeach is an open source project management system built using Django for the backend, VueJS for the front end. So you'll be able to collect organizations and customers in here, just basic information. You'll be able to create Kanban boards, gather user requirements, be able to create projects and tasks, and when you're done and ready for a deployment, you've got requests for changes. So yes, and thank you very much for the follow. It is greatly appreciated. So yeah, that's what we're working on. We're hoping my auto deployment works, but no, it doesn't. This is why. Oh, it stopped here. VM been active, but we just created that. So it's saying I didn't install requests when I did. Now it's saying I didn't run this and then create that. And yeah, activate. Did I get that one wrong? Wait, one way to find out. Source VM bin activate. All right, I'm just going to copy that. So that was a spelling mistake, I'm assuming. Okay. Line 31. Yes, thank you very much, QLogic. That would have taken me way too long to find. All right. So just double checking. Yeah, that is the problem. I'm going right through my release candidates, aren't I? But, oh well. So what I want to do is I want to git status, git add, git commit, fix to deployment process, git push. And I'm on main. I'm doing all the naughty things tonight. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. Fixed a spelling mistake. Oh, this is so bad. All right, let's click on this. Let's hope for the best. All right, building. That won't take too long to do. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, it's going crazy. That's good. We want it to go crazy. All right. Oh, Python 3 no module named build. All right. Okay, publish, package, distribution. All right, we got down to here, which is nice. Hopefully it generated the templates. I don't know if we can get into... Yeah, I don't think we can get into the filing system itself, but that's fine. Okay. Git status, git add, git commit, fix to the deployment process. Can't find build for some strange reasons. This is where my commit messages start getting sassy. .31.0 release candidate 4. I hate doing this. 0.31.0 release candidate 4. We want a fix. Cannot find the build Python library. Weird. I wish I had a test sort of thing I can do this to, and then only submit one in here. This is, yeah. Then we need to go to actions. So you want to see how long the last action lasted for. How long have I been coding in Python, JavaScript? Python, oh, I think 10 years next year. As for JavaScript, I started learning it at the end of 2016. But a lot of what I knew came from C and so forth like that. Updating CI is always a guess and hope. Yeah, it's all, yeah. It's a lot of tears and fetal positions in the corner of the room too. So yeah. All right. So 39 seconds it took to fail. A minute. So it lasted a minute. Publishing package to PYPI. Error during upload. Retry with the verbose information for more details. Bad request from upload PY legacy. File already exists. All right, let's have a look. it should be given the new version. All right, uploading NearBeach, release candidate. Oh, it's saying release candidate 1. That should be release candidate 4. Because it should be getting that information from here. Which, if we minimize that, release candidate 4. All right, excuse me just for a minute. Got to share my, don't want. Ooh, all right, I have forgotten my password. Give me a few seconds whilst I remind myself. Okay. Ah, yep, cool. Sorry, I should have had this saved. Give me a few more seconds. We've just got a authentication to go through. No leaking, yes. This is an embarrassing story. I did this view once, except my camera was like this, and I was logging into my Amazon account. So yeah, that was very embarrassing. All right, so I'm just waiting for this thing to cycle over. Yeah, I changed my password pretty quickly. So whenever that sort of happens, don't sort of bring it up to people. Don't be like, oh God, I've just done something stupid, because people will clip it and view it and all that kind of stuff. The idea is to play it cool and then hopefully just quickly change it on the side. So yeah, speed run that password update. Yep. A lot of my stuff also has two-factor. So the Amazon account definitely had two-factor. So even if you had my password, you needed to key in the two-factor and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Ooh, I should show this now. Sorry. So your projects, we've got NearBeach. We're just going to manage. 30 minutes ago. Wait, we did it successfully 30 minutes ago? Duh. All right, that's fine. I'm going back into here with the generate, the template init dot text. That should be the version. That should override that other place, and then with open output file write results, which is just up here, and then close. And then with the template project toml file, we've got the version. It says 31 RC, yes. So 031 0 release candidate 1. And I'm just figuring out what's gone wrong here. So that should have input file, version read, project toml. So I'm going to minimize everything. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to go We don't have it declared there yet, so I'm going to GitHub deployment files, project toml. All right, I've hard-coded it there. That was silly of me. So what I want to do is $version. Like that. Yeah, something silly. This is why I'm doing the release candidates. If anyone asks, I'm just going to be like, I mucked up. Please leave. Please don't hurt me. GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions for a release. Alright, cool. Actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to go version. That's it. Updated the version so it is a variable. Alright, easy done. So what we want to do now is we want to go back. So this lasted a minute. It got uploaded, so we're happy with that. What we now want to do is we want to go back to our code. Check on the time too. Now I've got to ride into work. It's 9:30 here, 10 to finish at 10. So we've got half an hour. So hopefully I will not be crying tonight. RC5 031 RC5 fix made sure the project toml files version number is a variable. And then do that release. Are you on the East Coast? I'm gonna do you one bit better. Yes, I'm in Melbourne. Technically, I don't, that's like the East Coast of Australia, where I'm just, yeah, I'm in here. I'm on the east side of the bay. So I'll be riding along here tomorrow. Yeah, Australian Eastern Standard Time Zone, yep. Just to keep it simple, I'm going to say yes. There are a lot of time zones in Australia. Ah, cheers. Yeah, we try to be. Oof. Well, I at least try to be. So, okay, publishing packages. Pass, pass, pass. All that gets uploaded. All right. Release candidate 5. Release candidate 5. Okay, cool. It's completed this one. Deploying the static files. I'm not worried about this one because this one should just work because it should be a copy and paste from the old method. Essentially, we've got a R2 storage with Cloudflare. We connect to it using essentially the similar tools that you would connect to an S3 storage on AWS. In fact, they're pretty much the same packages and so forth like that. That's not good. Why create init py toml files? Why are you going through that? Hang on. So deploy NearBeach, deploy static files. Oh, do I have to do the same? Wait a minute, this is different. Oh, yeah, all right. Now I know why. All right. There are 4, right? We have 4 too. No. There's a lot. So So the fun thing about Australia. There's an island around here called Lawhowell Island, New South Wales. It's part of New South Wales. They have their own time zone. Now, the fun fact of that is they have the same time as both Sydney and Melbourne. I'm excluding Brisbane from there because Brisbane doesn't have daylight savings at the moment. Brisbane is an hour behind. So yeah, that's what I'm excluding. However, if you notice the distance, this gets weird. The difference between Melbourne and Adelaide is half an hour. So if we go time in Adelaide, it is 9:09. It's 9:39 here. Yet, you know, there's a huge distance. We all have the same time here, but then all of a sudden, bang, half an hour. There's also a lovely little time zone here in Western Australia where they have a different time zone to compare to Perth. So yeah, all up, I think there's 10 different time zones. Tasmania, because I think it's done at the state level. And there's multiple states that will have like multiple time zones because of just how expansive it is. It doesn't make sense of having these guys have a same time as Perth. It doesn't make sense that Lord Howe Island has the same time as Melbourne. I just don't understand that. Once I had a problem with my statistics, I used white noise. Problems with my statistics, I used white noise. Sorry, that joke just went right over my head. My dad's brother lives in Sydney. Fair enough. Lovely place to visit, horrible to live in, is my personal opinion, especially if you need to drive around. Every single time I've had to drive in Sydney, it's been a horrible experience. They have terrible, my static files. All right. Yep. That's a good one. Sorry, I didn't get it. So yeah, Australia has a lot of time zones. I once did an application that dealt with weather and time and all that kind of fun stuff, and yeah, it gets messy very, very quickly in Australia. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix up this. Hopefully we can get to this soon. So I'm going to do a similar thing where I am going to do something like this. And then we're just going to go cool. Create init and Python files. So what we're doing is we're once again creating those particular files. The reason being is we need the version from it. That is all. And then install dependencies. What I'm going to do is I am just going to go source. I'm just going to yank this one line. I'm just going to paste it in. I'm going to delete that. I am going to go and simplify this even better and just go pip install upgrade pip. We don't need to do that because we've done that in the last step. We just need to pip install this. And then it collects the static files. All right. Anyway, well, you're off. It's very early here. Take care. I'll probably be back as I like Python and JavaScript. Anyway, thank you very much, BC Aura, for coming along. I do hope to see you in the near future. So yes, welcome. But I just arrived. I don't really know what's your problem here. Okay, multiple problems. It's called GitHub Actions, and I am doing a deploy process. So the one problem is I've got to deploy to test it. It's not fun. It's not fun. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm doing a deployment. I'm hoping for the best. I've realized I made a spelling mistake somewhere. I've got to fix that spelling mistake. Then I got to deploy again and so forth like that. So I'm just burning through what's called release candidates. So instead of having release candidate 1 and then waiting like a couple of days, release candidate 2 with fixes and stuff like that, I've got now 10 of them just lumped in today. My Discord's probably going to go off, being like, what? the hell? Why are there so many? So yeah, and here I should go source bin activate, because we want that to make sure that the correct files are actually installed there. That is a weird sort of thing, how I have to use a virtual environment in here. I think that's a weird thing, but oh well, I'm glad I spotted that. So in here, actions, checkout, version 4, set up Python, actions, set up Python 5, yep, version 3.12.1, create the init in Python, yep. So we go through, we create our virtual environment, we install everything we need. We probably don't need setup tools, build, and build, but we do need requests. So I'm going to delete those and probably regret it later. We won't need to upgrade build. And then we just generate the stuff. Then we install the dependencies. So install editable and then dev, and then collect the static files. And this is where we've got the Cloudflare sort of stuff in here. Source, bin, and then we collect the status and we go input. Now I have a feeling we've got to install Django in here. I have a big feeling we need to install Django. So what I'm going to do, pip install r. Now, ooh, where would this be? I think this will be just what is the file called again? Requirements, and I am going to copy and paste the text like so. During my course, I made one pipeline. I used Circle CI and Heroku, so it's not similar. I'll sit and watch you make magic trick. Anyway, thank you very much. I don't know if you're in an ad right now, Wiz. Probably are. I'll get back to you after this ad. So yeah. Okay, that should install stuff, and then we generate all of that. Then that would do that. All right, cool. All right, everyone's back. Yay! So yeah, Wiz, you've used Circle CI and Heroku. No ads. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so we use Circle CI for our unit testing. The reason why we use it is because we set it up back in 2019, 5 years ago now. And yeah, we got some fails tonight. We've got to fix those up. So the front end unit tests are failing, but they're passing on local. I've probably done something somewhere, probably very simple to fix. So yeah. As for this, let's hope for the best with this particular one. It should definitely pass this one. Oh, we won't need, all right, because that will install the dependencies. From the TOML file, and then that will have Django in it, so I don't need to do that other thing. All right, cool. So what I need to do, git status, git add, git commit. So fix to the deployment of the static files, and then git push. And then we're making our RC6. So 031 0 RC6. I'm just going to copy that because and paste it in here. So fixes, fix to the automatic deployment of static files. I wouldn't say fix at the moment. What I would say is attempted fix. And then a lot of praying and crying. Okay, whilst that is running, I do want to kind of go circle CI local execute. And then let's hit the build and test front end. I just want to see if this is, I've got to do that as sudo. I just want to see if the circle CI local is working. If it's not, we're doing two things at once now. If it's not, then I'll do the npm run unit test. If that's not working, then I've definitely broken something. If that's working, then it's something in circle CI. So we're just working things out at the moment. I can't believe how dark it is now. It used to be still lightish. Oh no, not lightish at this particular time, but you know. All right, it did fail. All right, npm unit test. npm run unit test, sorry. So now we're on the deploy static files. So it's deployed NearBeach. So it did that under a minute. The deploy static files will take 20 minutes. All right, cool. So the Circle CI is running perfectly fine. So that's not a problem. I am going to check the other actions. The one where this one failed. It failed at 24 seconds. So this is still running at 37, nearly 40 seconds. So this is installing dependency. So we got further. That's the wrong file I'm looking at. So it's now installing dependencies down here. And now it's collecting static files. And that's it. That will hopefully run. And that will take 20 minutes. Cool. This is actually good news. So, how can I test this? I can actually. Oh, wrong screen. Not the boot up screen. All right. So what I want to do is I want to go to Cloudflare. I don't have my username and login on this account, do I? No, I don't. All right. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm going to give myself a password hint. All right, two-factor again. I'm getting so many emails being like, NearBeach failed building. So we're gonna have a look at that Circle CI folder and compare with when it got changed and stuff like that. So that's how we're gonna look at fixing that. I've opened up the wrong authenticator. And now I've got to find it. All right. Oh. All right. Cool. Just wait. Before I actually show my screen, there's stuff on here I don't want to show. I want to go to R2. I want to go to CDN. All right. Cool. So, with this, what we've actually got is essentially every single release in here and so forth like that. There will be times where I will probably go through and actually delete some of these eventually. So yeah, we've got pretty much every single release from 0.30. Here we are. 0.31.0 release candidate 6 is uploading. So we should have NearBeach in here. We should, there we go. We've got our little files up there. So they're uploading as we speak. This will take 20 minutes. As you see, they are gzips. So they should be really tiny. There's 2 of them. So yeah, that's a third of that size and stuff like that. So yeah, and we're using the new compression. So that will take, yeah, 20 minutes. It's pretty much almost 10 here. We did it. This is great. So yeah, let's do a quick wrap up. I can't speak English. It's late. All right, cool. Clear the canvas. So what we need for the last bit of the month. So month of Feb. All right, cool. And March. Cool. In writing, that's probably too thick to actually read. So what we've got to do is we've got to do a retrospective.